Hey, what's up, family? Today I want to talk to you about meat, on what it really does to your body, as well as your spiritual or light body as well, because it affects your field and your energy spiritual body as well. I wrote this thing down because I didn't know when I was going to be able to make videos, so I'll just read this to you guys and then I'll follow up on it. But eating meats, it infects your body with fat, grease, parasites, disease, and cancer. You got that? And cancer, meat is one of the #1 causes of cancer because of all the parasites and disease that is in meat. Because man was never meant to eat meat. We never were. And a lot of people say, well, they feel full when they eat meat, or it has a lot of protein. Proven facts, there isn't that much protein in meats, and the reason why you feel full is because meat is hard to digest in your system because your body's not meant to eat meat, so it's harder to digest, and that's why a lot of people have stomach problems as well as being sick. And anyways, yeah. And the souls from these animal beings, they come into your field and stay with you until you clear them from your field. And what I mean by that is every time you eat meat or eat an animal, because it is an animal, you're eating and taking in a part of that being's soul with you, so it attaches to your field. So say like with hot dogs and even chicken nuggets, processed chicken nuggets, um, it it's made the same way. It's they use a whole bunch of like eyeballs and a whole bunch of the extra that they don't use for the white meat stuff, like they'll use intestines and liver and stuff, and it's disgusting. But they blend it all together just like hot dogs, and they'll mix it together, and what they do with it, because it is horrible smelling, is that they'll put it in ammonia, and then they'll add all these artificial flavors and stuff to cover up the flavor, but they put ammonia in it. They literally soak it in ammonia. So you put ammonia in your body as well as all of these body parts of animals. And one chicken nugget itself could have like 10 animal souls attached to it. So if you eat one chicken nugget, you could have 10 souls attached to you. So say if you eat 10, then it's going to be a lot of souls, and it's a bad deal, and it really is. Same with the frozen chicken breasts and even the other chickens themselves. They soak them in bleach, too. So you put bleach in your body, you're just putting tons of chemicals in your body, and you wonder why you guys keep getting sick. So something to think about and do your research on it, because it's proven facts. They got videos all over the place. Check out YouTube. That's where I watch the chicken nugget one. It's gross. But anyways, just like the saying, you kill a person and your hands are stained with blood. So say you're in a war, or you're defending yourself, or even if you're doing it intentionally, even with an animal, your hands are going to be stained, and those souls that you took from this place is going to be attached to your field. And that person's soul / being stays with you until you clear it out of your being. You kill a person or animal and they will become a part of your field. So until you clear, you're constantly going to be stained with blood, and your fields are going to be filled with these other energies, these other souls that you took. Whether it was intentional or not, they're still a part of you. It's just like in religious, they say sin, but what sin really is attachments. And see, where religion is confusing so many people is that they place that word sin and categorize it into something, and they don't even know what it really is. But sin is attachments, and attachments can be anything. But I'm talking about means, so attachments from other souls that you're taking. We were never meant to harm or kill a being, a animal, a person. We are all connected. We are all one shared consciousness. So you see, we're all connected, and we're all one. Despite what they tell you, we're always connected. That term of individuality, or organized religion or anything of that sort, you know, they try to divide you, but they cannot divide what consciousness really is. We're really all connected, and we really are one stream of consciousness. And you know, I mean, there really isn't much to it, but just remembering that you are all one, we're all connected. Um, why would you kill a piece of your consciousness? If you kill a being, you're killing yourself. And what I mean by that is, you know, if you take a person, you know, take an animal's life, or, you know, a person or whatever, you are taking a piece of that consciousness, that attachment to you. Because if you focus on anything, you know, no matter what it is, I mean, even this cup here, you know, with water in it, it's still part of my consciousness. Everything is connected. Um, we're all a state of consciousness, and when you take consciousness away from this reality, um, a piece of it is still connected to you. So that's why it attaches to your field, because you're still connected to it. Say if a family member dies or whatever, you still have a stream of consciousness attached to you and it to you. And I'll talk more about that, but it's really of letting go and clearing yourself. You know, you have to clear yourself from all of this, or it will stay with you and it will continue to build up more and more and more. We live in a world where it's okay to take a being's life, you know, an animal's life, or in war or something like that, you know, unnecessary. Hunting is a sport here, you know, there's no respect. There is no respect for the lives that you take from this world. There isn't. It's all just kill, kill, kill. You know, they hunt for sport, you know, for horns, and sometimes they don't even use the meat, you know. And but it's just a sport, and it's sad, you know. People just look at animals as just nothing at all. When, I mean, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, it's actual facts. And one time or other, you were an animal at one point, and you went through what these animals go through. And if you remembered that, you would think a lot more before you do what you do. But it's pretty sad. I mean, if you look all over the world, you know, you got cities, you got asphalt all over the ground, you know, and it's just all over the place. People have tore up, you know, animals' homes, forests, and everything. And people wonder why we have so many animal population is because we drive the herd out. So the herds have to constantly form together more and more and more. And, you know, that's why there's such big herds everywhere, as well as interbreeding and stuff. I was talking to a couple friends about that, you know, about not eating meat, and you know, we were talking about horses, on how they were saying they had to put them down because there's no place to put them. I was like, well, why don't you put them in the wild? But they made a good point too, is, you know, there isn't, you know, because we have taken so much of their land, there is really nowhere for the animals to go. So they're interbreeding, and, you know, it's just, it's imbalanced. Man has made this world imbalanced in all ways. So that's why we have a large abundance of animals in areas, because we have run them out of their home, and there's nowhere for them to go. And the only thing they can come up with is eating them, and it's really sad, you know. It really is. You know, they can't just bury the animal and just give it back to the ground. You know, sign of respect. Just like, you know, if a family member dies or whatever, we bury them in the ground. It's a sign of respect. And that should be with animals too, a sign of respect. I mean, you don't go and eat one of your family members or something, you know. Oh, we can't waste the meat, you know. It's the same concept, and people just don't understand that. And you know, I don't know if you guys ever will understand that, but actual facts there, right there. Let's see. You were stained with blood, and without clearing, that blood will never come off. You know, like I said again, you know, those souls will stay attached to you until you clean yourself off. You know, no matter how many times. I mean, you ask military people who have had to defend themselves and stuff, and they feel like that blood is just on them constantly. It's because it's not blood, it's the attachment that soul is on their field, and they feel it on their light body, they feel it on their spiritual body. They say you can't survive without meat. That is a lie. Again, I say we were never meant to eat meat. And it's true. We don't need meat to survive. It was never there intended. And like I say on here, nature gives you food, and it does. I mean, you just have to plant it. You have to give back, and it will give back to you. You know, give back to the earth, and the earth will give back to you. I mean, you don't have to be running all over the place, you know, to get some green beans or potatoes or, you know, strawberries or something like that. You don't have to run around to get it, you know, with a gun. You just go right out there, pick it off, and go back inside and eat it and enjoy it, you know, because the earth gave it to you. You know, as long as you give back to the earth will give back to you. And you guys, you know, don't really see the big picture in that. And you know, there's still people out there. Still, you know, despite nature giving you food, you still go out there and kill for food, for blood. This makes you a vampire, a zombie, and a killer. You know, a killer. This is truth, and you cannot deny it, or you will continue to lie to yourself and continue to be a killer. Actual facts, and you can't deny it. You know, if you kill an animal, you're a killer. It's a cold-blooded killer, just like if you kill a person. It's the same exact thing. We're all one in consciousness, and we're just different forms of consciousness, experiencing different things. So, this serious talk. Spread this video out as much as you can because this is very serious stuff for you to become aware of. And I drew a little picture of what happens, what you want, and what happens to your field if you eat meat or take a person's life or, you know, an animal's life. You know, this is what you want. You want to be a crystal clear being. You know, you got your field down here, crystal clear, your heart chakra, your first eye, third eye, your perception, as well as your crown chakra. You know, it's all clear, and that's what you want. But this is what happens if you don't clear yourself. Your field gets filled with attachments, you know. I mean, it can be attachments from other stuff as well, but, you know, if you eat animals and stuff, it all circulates around your whole field, and it just starts deteriorating your whole body. You know, you get parasites all in your spiritual body as well as your physical body, as well as diseases. I mean, you can even get AIDS and stuff from meat. Also talking about these dudes right here. These are spiritual parasites, your light body parasites, and they attach to you if you're in a lower realm, a lower state of being, and as well as attachments of all the souls that are around your field if you don't clear yourself. So all these bugs will start attaching to your light body, your spiritual body, and if you got eyes, you know what I'm talking about. But it's pretty disgusting. You have these big old huge parasites attached to you, and you don't even know it. Um, but you can feel them sometimes in your physical form. Like, say, if you got a weird itch, like on your arm or your leg or something, and you don't know where it is, just kind of a tingling sensation, more than likely it's parasites feeding off your spiritual light body. So, stuff to think about. This is what you're doing if you're not clearing yourself and you're eating meats and stuff. You're just filling your field with a ton of junk all over the place. And you wonder why it's so hard to connect with the universe and as well as receive information, because it just clogs you up bad. So this is what you want: crystal clear field, everything crystal clear. You know, just eat fruits, veggies, you know, beans, rice, nuts, you know, just eat things that are from the earth, you know, and the earth will take care of you, and you'll have a cleaner field. You know, still you got to clear, you know, for other things, but it's a lot easier than you having to deal with other beings in your body and just junking up your whole body. You know, I mean, do you really want to look that way? You know, you really want your light body, your spiritual body to look like that? It's true facts, man. Especially with them little parasites attached to your body. Those things are hard to get off. And if you don't have a healer or someone that knows how to take them off, they are really hard to take off. So, stuff to think about. Got questions? Leave them. I'll try to get back to you guys. But, yeah. Very important stuff. Try to spread this video out. Let people know about it. And, yeah, that's about it. So eating meats, man, not good for you at all, because it affects you not only physically, but it affects your spiritual and your light body as well. So I want to talk to you guys about, yeah, and I'll continue to talk about this because it's important stuff. And yeah, so that's about it. So namaste. Remember, you are the key in all of this, and you are in charge of your body and your light being. No one can take care of it but you. So you got a healthy light body and spiritual body. You have a healthy field, and you'll be able to just be real good. So anyways, 1 love 13 to y'all, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.